We're back and we've got some brilliant news. Welcome to another What's on Court. Good morning all, it's Monday and back from Peterborough, another long weekend driving, but hey ho, it was good to be up there. Right, so we're back at base, back in Devon, back in the lower forecourt, and I was kindly reminded yesterday that it's half term and I also have two children, and so I've got the chaps with me today. I need to go and pick them up from Morrison's, pick up a few essentials on the way, and I thought I'd take the boys and we'd go and have a bit of fun choosing what was going to go in the that little empty space in the office. If you seem to remember, I was trying to figure out what to do there, so I thought I'd put some young minds at at work and see, as a couple of kids, what they would like in that area. So we're going to go shopping, but first of all we need to go and pick those kids up. Go and pick up Michelle. She's dropping the Qashqai to have the wheels done, and then we're going to pick her up and then we're going to go shopping and have a bit of fun. So that's what's happening today, and I haven't a clue what we're going to buy, but I'm sure they're going to come up with something fantastic in that area. Right, must get my skates on. Morrison calls. Catch you later. Right, back from shopping, and we have bought a couple of things. We've got some bean bags, and Michelle has craftily gone and found a whole Scalextric set on Marketplace for bugger all. So the kids and Michelle are setting up. I've just created a lovely little lunch there, and it's lunchtime, so we're going to tuck into that and then get the toys made and Scalextric's track set up and see how creative we can be with that. Brilliant day. What a lovely start to the week. Right, afternoon. Well, the Scalextrics Michelle got from Marketplace ended up being a pile of crap. Rust on the tracks are all buckled, you know, absolute nightmare. So the cars were just going to fly off. So we packed it all up and sent it back. Bloody useless. Anyway, so it's been a really crap day today. So I said to the boys, let's go back to the house. Let's hunker down. I'll put a fire on. I went and got a leg of lamb, and we're going to have a nice roast leg of lamb tonight. Perfect for a Monday evening when not much is happening. So I'm in my shed, picking up some logs, taking them up to the house. We're going to light a fire and just hunker down. Just the sort of thing you want to do on a miserable Monday afternoon, evening sort of thing. So a bit of a slow day. Got some bean bags though, so to set the area right, nice and comfy, and we'll find something else to play with or put down in that little space. But yeah, a nice hunker down evening. Laters. Right, the lamb is all prepared and it's looking fantastic. Have a look at this. So a bog standard leg of lamb, well, bog standard, i.e. the shape, the size and everything, from a lovely butcher in Totnes. In here, I've pierced the skin and I've stuffed in here clove of garlic and about half an anchovy in each of these, these little pockets, and then stuffed in some rosemary. Now the anchovy makes it super sweet. It's absolutely gorgeous. So roast that little mother for about, I don't know, I'm going to do about 20 minutes and then probably about 45 something. I just check on it, I'll look it up, but it's about that sort of thing. 20 minutes, 30, 40, 45 minutes. And she's going to be lovely and pink. And I've put a few bits and bobs around it just to make that gravy utterly gorgeous. So no, I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. But we're going to do something pretty normal with this. A mashed potato and some vegetables and a lovely gravy. So that's going in right now. Right, that's all in. We kind of neglected the cars a bit today. Well, the Cascade had its went in for the wheels to be redone. We had a grill that arrived for the Land Rover, so I've got to fit that at some point. Got to try and figure out how that comes out and goes in. And we've got so tomorrow we've got the handover of the Mazda, and Laura is coming down to pick up the Mazda tomorrow morning. So we've got to get that cleaned in the morning. Just needs a little tickle here and there. And then wave goodbye to the Mazda, which would be lovely to see that go. And then we've got the Kodiak to go into a spray shop. We've got the Amarok to go to a spray shop. We've got children running around our feet. We've got Scare Electrics to buy. We've got such a busy day tomorrow. Not quite sure what order all that's going to happen, other than the Mazda is going to be picked up tomorrow morning. So first job is to get that cleaned. I've actually got it here with the battery charger on it, just to make sure it's all tickety-boo, because the iStop started playing up, and I have a feeling that was because the battery was sort of less than 50%. Remember, it ran out the other day. So I'm charging that up. I'm going to reset the iStop on that, because I can do that sort of shit now. And then that should be fine, hopefully. But lamb's in. I'm going to get going on the mashed potato, and yeah, looking forward to having a nice subs. Latest. Right, lamb's ready. That, if we had smell-o-vision, this would knock your socks off. Really would. Look at that lovely skin. All that, sorry, fugging up there. But that in there is all going to be lovely and sweet. Mash up a potato on, and time for the gravy. Right, flour's in, making it thicken that little baby up. All those juices, look at those. Now, I don't know about you, but I love my lamb pink, just like that. Now, here you see the bits of garlic. You'll see in there, well, you can't really see it on that one. There is a bit of anchovy in there. That's all throughout these slices. And it'll just make those little pieces pearl. Absolutely fantastic. Lovely bit there. Loads more to go around there. The gravy's bubbling away beautifully. Oh, lovely. And we've got the peas. And we've got the beans and the carrots in there. And of course, never forgetting the mashed potato. And I hope you chaps are having a lovely Monday evening too. She's at it again. Right, we have got the Mazda over there all ready to go now. So the customer is on their way, and I got a funny message from her this morning. Sorry, my audio's gone all bandy this morning. I don't know why, so I'm au naturel. I got a message from her saying my son's coming with me. He's slightly autistic, and he doesn't want to part with the Honda Civic that I'm giving them bugger all for, and he doesn't want it scrapped. That wasn't the plan anyway. The plan is to get that into the MOT station and try and get it through an MOT and sell it to someone locally as a first run around sort of car, that sort of thing, to cover the costs of the pads, as explained previously. But she also said, as a bit of a souvenir, he would like to cut the seat belt out of the Honda Civic. And I said, I'm afraid we can't really do that. And I said, how about this? How about we go to Morrison's with the boys? I've got the chaps again today. And we go and fill the office full of sweets and his favourite magazines. And she said that would be fantastic. That will take the edge off him. So that's exactly what we've done. We've gone to Morrison's and we've bought every sweet we can lay our hands on and put them in bowls. And the kids are going to entertain him while I deal with the paperwork with Laura. And so she can part with the money in peace. That's the main thing, and hassle-free. And so we will be explaining to him that we're not scrapping it, but unfortunately he can't have the sorry, lights again, look at that, cracking day. He can't have the seatbelt, unfortunately. So anyway, I think we've overcome that problem. So sweets and magazines. What fun this game is, eh? Anyway, she's lovely and gleaming and ready to go. So we've got the flowers, we've got the wine, we've got the sweets, we've got the magazines. What on earth can go wrong? Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. Laters. Right, so we're all ready for them. So we've got Haribos and all sorts of bits and bobs. We've got the flowers, we've got the wine, we've got the paperwork, and I found out what his favourite magazine was, so we've got him a magazine. So they'll feast on that while we finalise the deal of the car. So a lovely little touch, I think. And we've got a couple of beanbags over that we got yesterday. Still yet to find the thing to play with in the middle on the floor there, but that will come. That will come. But a nice welcome treat for them all, hopefully. Right, that was utterly exhausting. That was a 2-hour handover. We had screaming kids in the office. We had sweets everywhere. We had tantrums left, right and centre. We had money not going through, very awkward waits. We made them coffee and offered them some lunch and stuff. She started crying because she couldn't get the money transferred, and we had to calm her down and sit her on the nice comfy chairs and tell her that everything was going to be okay. And everything was okay. So the money eventually got transferred, but oh my God, what an ordeal. And then halfway through, Ted decided he needed an almighty dump. So I had to go and take him off and insisted that I went with him. But anyway, oh, I'm totally exhausted. But anyway, I'll show you the little Honda Civic that we got for bugger all. And here it is. Not a bad little car. Not a bad little car. Apparently there are some issues on the brakes on the left, on the passenger side, and that they keep burning out. So that's probably a seized caliper or something like that. So that's one thing to look out for. But other than that, I mean, a few war wounds every now and then down the car. But I'll take that into the garage, and I'll get the chaps to have a look over it and see if it's worth putting through an MOT. And I think it probably is, actually. It's a bit grubby inside, but that's just a cosmetic clean-up. There we go. Absolutely filthy. What would you expect, eh, for bugger all? So I think that will tidy up quite nicely, actually, and it'll be perfect for, if we can get it through the MOT for not much money and get it serviced and what have you. I actually haven't had a look to see when the last service was, but no, I think it would be a nice little car. I think these Honda Civics are really good cars, actually. Actually, I'm lying. I've got absolutely no idea what they do or how they perform, but so I believe they're good cars. I believe they're good cars. But anyway, that's our Part X. So now I've just got to hand the children over to, well, another handover of the day, hand them over to their mother, which can be equally as painful. But and then I'm going to take the Qashqai over to Morrison's car wash there, and I'm going to manually wash it all down and then try and get that photograph today. But come and have a look at the Qashqai's new wheels. They're all done and dusted. I think they look fabbo. You remember these were all scratched to buggery, but look at them now. They are fan-dabby-tastic. Look at those. All 4 wheels. Looking great. Brilliant. So I'm well chuffed with the chaps that we found to do that. 75 quid a wheel. Absolute bargain, I think. Diamond cut. So plan is to go and get that down to the lake today after handing over the kids. But I think I'm going to take them for a little bit of lunch first and then hand them over. God, I'm exhausted, but we must crack on. Right, we're at Morrison's now and lunch complete, and I'm going to give this a bloody good hoovering here on try out the Morrison's Hoover. See how that goes. But and then I'm going to go over to some country folks already in there with his Defender. So by the time I finished with this, get it all pucker, I'll then take it over there. See how that goes. Anyway, saving a bit of money rather than having other people clean it, which we'll just see how it goes. Right, ladies. Right, 4 minutes in and I've completely lost the will to live. The pressure of a timer on that bloody machine there. Bloody dog hair again. Well, you never see the dog hair, that's the problem. You think, oh, that'll just clear up in a couple of seconds, and then you see effing dog hair again. Anyway, 4 minutes in and I've frickin' lost it. So I'm taking it to the chaps in Paynton. At least I can sit down, have a cup of coffee, go through some stuff, get on with some other stuff, and they can sort it out and they'll get it spot on. Doesn't quite warrant Nigel Mansell, this car, because it's just a little bit too clean, but dirty enough for me not to be able to bother with it. But dirty enough that they can sort it out. And you know, I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to try and clean these cars myself, or take it down to Morrison's. The nozzles are wrong. I haven't got the right gear at home. We just need to let the bloody right people sort this out and stop wasting bloody time. So I'm off. I'm going to Paynton. We'll get this sorted out. Might look at the weather now. It's sort of all cloudy and all that sort of stuff, so I'm probably not going to get it photographed, but at least it's going to be bloody clean. So right, off I go. Sorry, laters. Right, well there's the Nissan where it belongs this afternoon. I mean, crikey O'Reilly, I'm not going to do that again. Well, I will do it again, but you know, I'm not going to do that again certainly today or tomorrow. But right, I've got to try and find something to do for the next 30 minutes. Right, so I'm going to try and sort myself out there, and right, I can't wait to see it in action, nice and clean, in about 30 minutes' time. Latest. Right, evening, chaps. It's right. Well, it's what, about 6 o'clock, something like that. Back from the valeters. And she's absolutely sparkling. So that's exactly what I'm going to do from now on. Stop pissing around, wasting time with me doing such a shitty job, and get the proper people to do it. Anyway, it looks fantastic inside, and it's a bit too late to be photographing now. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. And I'm going to go to the Tally Ho for supper tonight. It's where are we now? We're Tuesday night. Shit, that means auction day tomorrow, and I've got to do some homework. So I'll do that later, after the tally. So Cascade there, ready to be photographed, and that can happen either first thing tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon after the auction, depending what happens at the auction. So what a fantastic day. Again, I mean, got off to a weird start, I must admit. And we had a bizarre customer with their family, but we sorted it out and they went off happy eventually after the tears. And yeah, what a lovely day. But look at that, the forecourt looking wonderful. And as I say, we're going to auction tomorrow, and I think we can shoehorn another, what do you reckon, another one behind the ST? Maybe one there, something like that. So I'm noted that you're all finding it going a little bit dizzy when I move the camera around. So I'm going to try and be a little bit slower now. So anyway, forecourt there, maybe another one or two tomorrow from auction, we'll see. But what a lovely day, and time for a pint, and also time for a lovely supper. So catch you later. Bye. Right, good morning. It's auction day and we're at Mannheim. And right, we've got our list. I think we've got a Nissan. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell you. It's going to be a surprise just in case we get them. But we could end up walking away with bugger all, or we could end up walking away with 2 or 3 cars. Now, again, we can't go crazy because we're running out of space, but we want to get up to our 10th car, really. So we've got a nice selection here, and cars that really do work for us, but it's just a case of picking which one, because we can't really have all of them. So anyway, wish us luck, and I will see you a bit later on. Bye. Good evening, good afternoon even, and the auction has ended, and we've had a fantastic day at the auction today, and we have bought a couple of cars. And we have one of the cars back here. So it's a funny one, this one. I'm not quite sure. I mean, the figures on this one are perfect. They're beautiful. They stack up brilliantly. It's sexy. It's a bit stealthy. It's, you know, it's another hybrid, but it is, and I'll show you what it is. The Volvo XC40 T4 Recharge. What a cracker that is. Look at it. Very stealth-like, sort of sexy black mother. Oh, beautiful. So we got this at a fantastic price. It actually went below cap, and it went on a provisional, and quite a way below. Anyway, they accepted it, but inside it's absolutely stunning, and what a car. I mean, I don't know much about these cars, but then again, we're just going to learn, aren't we? That's what we're in this business for. But very sleek and smart and sexy. It also came with a load of look, all that gear out there, roof racks, and it's got some snowshoes, snow boots, whatever you want to call them. It's done 30,000 miles, 2021. So average mileage. And it's got all the bells and whistles, it really has. But I'll walk you through that some other day. But I'm really pleased with this little chap. So I'm going to drive this around for bit later on today and a bit tomorrow, and then we've got to go and get our next car from Mannheim tomorrow. Not going to do it tonight though, because we're all a bit pooped, but what a lovely addition to the forecourt. So that's number 9, and our next one is number 10. Laters. Right, that's probably the end of today. Again, great day at Mannheim. We've been getting all the files and the service history together and all that sort of stuff. So getting organised for those nice new two cars that we bought today. Our whiteboard's sort of filling up nice. So we're not quite sure how we're gonna arrange and get organised with the cars there. But basically, it's got everything that needs doing to each car. So we'll figure all that out at some point. We're still learning, so that's something that we're gonna be able to do. Get right hopefully soon, but I'm just looking at the weather because we've still got the Focus and the Qashqai that I cleaned yesterday, and the weather's looking fantastic on Friday for some photography. So I'm going to probably set aside Friday as a lake photography day and get these cars in the meantime. Get the Qashqai, well, that's ready. The Focus is pretty much ready, and hopefully maybe the Volvo, and maybe the other new car, which I haven't told you about yet. So Friday's going to be a busy day, and tomorrow we're going to be collecting cars, and we've already booked them all in to have their servicing and any MOTs done, so we're right on the game with that one. Anyway, so it's a good night from me. I'm going to head to Bedfordshire very early this evening. Might use some of that nice cold lamb and jacket of potatoes. But anyway, what a great day. Catch you later. Bye. Right, good morning. It's Thursday morning now, and I've got the Volvo up here. As I said yesterday, today's a bit of another grey, miserable day. So I'm going to get the Focus polished. I'm going to get the Qashqai polished. I'm going to get other cars cleaned, and I'm going to set up their adverts on AutoTrader today. So tomorrow, when the sun shines, I'll take them down to the lake and give them a good old videography session. And so we'll have some wonderful images ready to go in. That's the easy bit, really. And also I won't be rushed because everything is in place in the system, ready to go, just waiting for the images. So I can take my time getting some really nice photos, because these cars deserve good photos, and then upload it all for the weekend. Everything's on. That's the plan, but we'll see how the day goes. But we've also got to go and pick up car number 2 from the auction yesterday, and just lots of cleaning, lots of polishing, lots of uploading, updating. So I'm going to be pretty busy today, very busy in fact, and it's Thursday, and we've got one more day to just get everything up. So that's the plan. So I'm going to head down to the office and get cracking. Laters. Well, there's always a problem when starting a new day and you have all these wonderful plans, and then you get to the office, you get set up, you make a coffee, and then procrastination kicks in, and I'm a real sucker for that. Drives me up the bloody wall. So while I'm procrastinating and having a cup of coffee, I thought I would talk you through this little chappy here. Now, if you remember, that is the car I bought from the pub one evening. And it was in a right state. We've had the whole thing resprayed. We've had loads of work done on it underneath to get it through the MOT, fresh new service. Nigel Mansell valeted the crap out of it, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. Now the problem was with the battery. Now the battery was showing, like 9, 10 and 11, 12 miles on a full charge. So we put it into livery dole and said, can you test this battery? Because if it was below 70% capacity, they would replace it under warranty. And the warranty on this is either 7 years old or 100,000 miles. So this has done 78,000 miles. And I think its 7th birthday is in April next year. So we had to ask them, just on the off chance, if they could test the battery and do we get one under warranty. Anyway, they tested it and it was 70.7%, little bastards. So I did a whole video on this. I think I called it something, no money, no power, or losing money, losing power, because I spent a fortune on it. The profit was dwindling. I think it's now down to about 600 quid I'll get out of this if I sell it as is. So we thought we'd push a bit further. So we called up livery dole again and said, look, this is not on. I've got 9 miles of charge on a full charge, albeit it was a cold morning. So we asked it to be retested. They then put that in action. They then cancelled the test and said, we're going to put this through to Japan to see what we can do as far as a warranty claim. And I was like, well, okay, well, that'd be great, but let's just see what happens. So an email, no, not an email. We hadn't heard anything. So we called them yesterday, a couple of days ago, and said, what's going on with this warranty claim? And they said, oh, haven't our sales team been in touch with you? Mitsubishi have just authorised a brand new battery worth £10,000 for that little sucker. What a result. What a result. So I am over the freaking moon with this, because I haven't put it up for sale for this exact reason. I didn't want to put it up for sale with a dicky battery, knowing that we may be able to get a good battery. So it's been sitting around. Well, during this time, we've got it absolutely perfect. And we just held off. We just held off and held off and held off until we heard, well, if we were going to hear good news or bad news, but we've heard brilliant news. So that baby is having a brand new battery. Persistence, patience, never give up. That's the moral of that little story there, and how fantastic that's going to be. So I'm now trying to figure out what sort of value that puts or adds to the car. A brand new battery, what do you think? I reckon another couple of grand maybe. You know, it will bring our profit up into the in the right direction. Let me know what you think. What is it? It's a 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander, 78,000 miles on the engine, and well, cars have 78,000 miles, and a brand new battery, fresh out the wrapper. What do you reckon? So I'm absolutely delighted. I'm doing cartwheels, my back legs are going and everything. It's fantastic news. So yeah, anyway, that's going to get booked in to get the battery. They said a massive crate's going to arrive. It's about the same length as a car and it takes a day to fit. So I'm absolutely over the bloody moon. So pat on the back for us, I think, on that one, for holding out and you know, waiting for the good news. Anyway, right, I better get on. Sorry, I'm spinning around. I know I give you all headaches. I'm going to polish that, and I think I'm going to polish that too. Laters. Right, now, I'm starting to overheat. Stay with it, Sam. Stay with it. Don't give up just yet. Right, that's all polished. Time to buff it off like, and nice and shiny. Right, good afternoon, everyone. Thursday afternoon, and Focus looking fantastic, by the way. Ooh. Anyway, I'm at Mannheim, as you can see, and I've just picked up our second car, and a little bit dull, a little bit boring, but a great seller. It's another Nissan Qashqai. Very similar to the white one we got. A little bit more mileage on it. What is it? It's a 67 plate. But this one's got a few problems with it, and that's why we got it dirt cheap. So it's saying on here, engine idles unevenly, ancillary component noise present, the washers are weak or inoperative, and it's got a traction control light on. No wonder we got it bloody cheap. Right, let's have a listen to this. Let's have a listen to the noise. See if we can hear anything. Right, let's have a look here. Also, it's bloody disgusting. Look at this. Revolting. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, look at the dash. Oh, it's revolting. Okay, right. Ignition on. A little bit of a whine there. But it doesn't rev unevenly. Low tyre pressure. We'll sort that one out. Traction control. I'm not getting any of the lights up for traction control or anything. Fuel 8 miles, that's no problem. A little bit of a whine. Mind you, it hasn't had a service for about 15,000 miles, so it's desperately due for a service. Washers, let's have a look at the washers. Oh no, it's the lights. I guess there's bugger all water in the washers, probably. Well, that may not be too bad. You know, sometimes at auction you can get things that come up on the checks which terrify people, and it's only if you're a bit ballsy that you take something on like this, and actually, fingers crossed, things can be okay. So the washers could just be something like there's no water in the washer fluid reservoir. Traction control lights aren't on, and the tyre warning pressure is on, and it's idling absolutely fine, and there's just a little bit of a whir, which actually sounds absolutely fine to me. Mind you, what do I know? Right, I'm going to get this back. I'm going to take it straight into painting, get the bloody thing cleaned, and clearly I'm not going to do this by myself, because I'd have a monumental meltdown if I did that. So I can add this, then the cleaning will be ticked off for this, and away we go for tomorrow for photography, and it's booked in for a service and MOT tomorrow. So again, coiled spring, getting stuff done, which is brilliant, but it's absolutely disgusting. Nice spec though, leather, pano roof. See if that works. Beautiful. Yeah, hopefully a clean, a little tickle here and there, and all those problems will be solved. So right, painting, here we go. Let's get you cleaned. Laters. Right, I'm in the waiting room of the car valet place in Paynton, and what a lovely area this is. They really do know how to treat their customers. Anyway, it's pitch black outside. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening now. They've been at it for hours, so while everyone's enjoying themselves, I'm sitting here waiting for the Cascade to be cleaned. And everyone's enjoying themselves, having a nice evening in a nice cosy pub somewhere. And I've got a copy of Good Housekeeping to keep me company. And I can learn how to be my best self. And how to look and feel fabulous. Well, I'll take some pointers with that for sure. But the cash gear is getting clean. I'm going to whip that back to the office, and swap some cars around, get ready for tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to head for a pint. It's Thursday night. It's been a long day cleaning, picking up cars, getting them cleaned again. So anyway, awful lot of fun, and but a lot more fun to be had. Laters. Good morning. It's Friday, and what a lovely day it is today. And my forecasting was spot on. So we've got a beautiful day for photography today. So we've got the Focus ready to photograph, the Cascade ready to photograph, and the second Cascade ready to photograph. All clean and lovely and raring to go. So I'm going to go up onto the upper forecourt today. Now, images, I think, are absolutely everything. I know on AutoTrader they have a little attention grabber, where you put super low mileage and 3-month warranty, but I think the main image is an attention grabber. So I think we're going to have a bit of fun doing some imagery stuff, and I think we might use a bit of AI doing it. Not quite sure how we're going to do this going forward, but today I'm going to try photographing and putting wonderful backgrounds in and making those cars look fantastic. And that will sort of get over potentially when I want to photograph a car in crappy weather. I can still do it and I can still make it look amazing. So at the moment I'm sort of waiting for days like this, because I think the images are so important. So I'm going to give it a go. So I'm not quite sure which car I'm going to start with first. Probably that one. I'm going to dry it down with the drying towel, get it ready, position it, fart around, get all arty-farty, and then see where we go. But it'd be very interesting to see how that all pans out. I'll show you how it goes later on. But fuck me. Look. Remember that grill? It's been replaced. Who the hell did that? That must have been Michelle. Remember we had a new grill delivered, and because the old one was all delaminating and all rubbish, but the new one's in. Don't tell me Michelle came last night and did that. I'd be bloody amazed if she did. What a cracker. It's like a little bodywork fairy that comes in after hours and fixes cars. Fantastic. Well, I'll have to pin her down on that one later on, but brilliant. So anyway, right. Yeah, it's baffled me, that one. That one up for sale. Get it photographed. Let's see how we go. Laters. Right, the first attempt was outside the office here on the gable end, but the sun's bloody strong. So you'll see in the image, it actually looked fake. So I'm going to try up in the upper forecourt, stick it in a corner, and try again. Right, so I'm going to try that background. Sun's right in the camera lens there, that's the only problem. I don't know, it's not a bad background as just a normal photograph, but I want it to be a bit better. So so that angle, I've done a couple of test shots, so that angle, actually, you know, that view is actually quite lovely. And also that angle, you've got a lot of sun on there as well. Bloody sun. Anyway, right, I'm going to take this to the computer as my testers and get them into Photoshop and see what we find. See what we can do. Right, that's all three cars now photographed, and I whacked them into Photoshop and they're looking booker. They're looking great. So we've got new different backgrounds for each of the three cars. I wasn't going to do a background for every single image. I think the first image is the one that counts. So God, I've got the kids here again today, driving me up the bloody wall. Can't get anything done. Anyway, so and we're about to go and see Steve Batchel at Torquay Theatre. So they're all excited about that, and then come back and upload these on the internet. So I'm just going to do the one image, the one show image, which will be on AutoTrader and on the website, but they're all going to have a different background, all going to look slightly different. I think that'd be quite fun, quite interesting, but they'll look great instead of dark, boring sky and all that sort of stuff. So I'll show you that when I get back from Steve Batchel. I mean, how random on a Friday afternoon, but here we go. Bye. Right, so here are the results. We've got the Nissan Qashqai, and we've got the other Nissan Qashqai, and we've got the Focus. I photographed them all in the same spot with that background, and don't get me wrong, that background's not too bad, but imagine if it was just a really crappy day, and we want to sort of make them shine a little bit more. So let's start with this one. So I got AI in, and this is what it came up with. Bonk. Look at that. That's like a magazine shot. And that took maybe 3 minutes to do, but it looks great. It's got a lovely foreground. It's changed the background slightly. It's adjusted the lighting. It looks really good, I think. It gives you a few options. So hang on, I've selected this one. So I've said English countryside with a bright blue sky. That's what I want in the background and foreground. So it'll give you a couple of options. That's a bit rubbish, that one. Don't really want all this in the foreground. We've got that one. Looks like it's been AI's gone a bit funny on the bonnet there. That's quite nice and simple. Yeah, I like that second one. Second one's nice, and I can adjust the contrast on that as well. So if I went to levels or something like that, and oh, that's probably the wrong way. Can make it a bit moody and contrasty. that was the background, not the foreground. Anyway, undo that. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. So that could be the front image for that Nissan. So let's have a look at what it's done for this one. So this one, let's toggle on the AI. Bing. Wowzers. So that's done a really nice moody blue sky. What are the other options? Fairly plain. You see, if I toggle it off, look how clever it is. You see it picks out the grass in the background of that window. So I've just selected the car, but obviously that grass is in the background. So when I toggle on, it's still there, but it knows to try and blend it into some fields. It's clever, isn't it? And it always gets the shadow right. It knows it's photographing a car, so it knows to sort of have it on a driveway because that's what it was on. It's taken out all the leaves, so it's tidied it all up. Really clever. So what options have we got here? We've got that one. That's pretty cool. What else? Bit moody, but nice. Car pops on there, really, I think. That's pretty cool. Wowzers. That's nice. Yeah, they're all good. They're all usable. Maybe not that. Bit too much in the sky, but definitely got one there to use. So that's brilliant. So let's go to the focus. Right. Now let's toggle on AI. Go. Whoa. That's nice. That's very nice. I've also noticed that if I go on to AutoTrader, this is how everyone's photographing cars. I mean, that's angled shot. No one does a side shot, and I don't know why. I like a side shot. I think side shots are really nice, and it can look fantastic. So anyway, that's it. Those are the three cars, all with different backgrounds. But AI's done its bit. Yes, there's some touching up to do, which takes me only a couple minutes to really tidy the whole thing up. But I think these are a goer, and I'm going to put these on bloody AutoTrader now. Right, good morning. It's Saturday, and yeah, I wouldn't normally be coming into the office on Saturday, but I didn't get them uploaded on AutoTrader last night, but I have done now, and look at these. So there's the one Nissan. Lovely pick. Nicely fanned out cars there. There's the other one, and there is the Focus. All looking fabbo. What do you reckon? Do you reckon those picks are nice? I think they're pretty cool. And the aim of the game is to have these pop on the page. If I go to Nissan within a 10-mile range, let's see what comes up actually. The top you've got one, two, and there's mine. And it's just a nicer picture, isn't it? I could probably make it a little bit more contrasting, adjust the lighting on it, which I might do. Oh, and there's the other one. And there's the bog standard pics. Again, mine are all side on. Everyone else does them at an angle on the front. I guess you see the grille and all that sort of stuff, but I quite like the side on option. So they're all up, and Saturday, it's now midday, 1 o'clock. England are playing New Zealand rugby this afternoon. So I'm going to go and get myself ready for that. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to watch it, probably at the Tally or something like that. But really pleased we've got those cars up for sale, because we don't sell any bloody cars if they're not up for bloody sale. So they're all up for sale. My AutoTrader package is maxed out to the gills, so I might have to increase that, or just hopefully just swap things around as things sell and come out through prep and come back into stock and all that sort of stuff. So that should be fine. So I've got 7 on, 10 cars, 7 slots filled. Right, I'm going to go and get ready. I might see you a bit later on, but yeah, later. Hello, Mr. Robin. Oh, what a lovely sight that is. Come and have a pint and be joined by Mr. Robin. Well, to conclude this week, well, I'm at the tally now, end of week conclusion. So my audio's gone all funny, so I hope you can hear me, but my microphone's gone dead. But what wonderful news about the Mitsubishi Outlander. I mean, fantastic news. They're going to change that battery. And that's really made my week. So that's all booked in for next Thursday, I think, at Livery Dull in Exeter. So hats off to those chaps, if any of you are watching. Really brilliant service. All fitted, free ring ding, £10,000 worth of battery. What's it going to add to the value of that car? You tell me. But what else? I've learned this week that cleaning cars is not my bag. I absolutely hate it. It drives me up the wall. I don't have the patience for it. I have no time for it. And I need to learn to get other people to do that sort of stuff. And that's the whole part of learning about this whole business, is finding out your strengths and weaknesses, and concentrating on those strengths and delegating to other people. So cleaning, for sure, that's going to someone else. I've also learned that Michelle's not very good at cleaning, and she tends to make a right mess of things sometimes, but you know, the effort's there, which is brilliant, and she's fantastic at other things. So she's very organised. So we're all finding our roles in the business, and if we can carry on doing that, then everything should run very smoothly. But I think the photography of those cars and getting the AI to help with making things look beautiful, even on crappy days, I think we've proven today that, or this week, we've proven that you can actually make a crap looking picture look amazing with a little bit of tech and a little bit of AI. So I'm really pleased to do that, and I think we're going to probably use that going forward, because it only takes 5 minutes to do. Take a picture into Photoshop. If you know what you're doing, it's so easy and simple. If you want to know how to do it, I'll do a separate video on that if you want to, so just let me know. Put a message in the comments. Also, do us a favour and subscribe if you like all this stuff, because I'll just do more of it. So if you're watching and you want to see more, subscribe. Hit that button, lad. Hit that button. But other than that, what a fantastic week. 2 cars bought, 1 handed over. We didn't sell any though. Mind you, that's probably because we didn't put any buggers up for sale. And it's taking a long time to get cars prepped, looking good, MOT'd, serviced, or everything rectified and up for sale. But that's how we want to do it. You know, have things, you know, forecourt ready, and so people can call up, have a test drive, and then if they want to, they could drive it away that day. So I think that's important. So we'll see. We've got the Volvo to get up for sale, and we've also got the Outlander when it comes up, had the battery done, and we've got the Amarok, which is causing me a bloody nightmare at the moment because it needs so much doing to it, more body work. It's going in. We keep meaning to try and get it in, but we keep, you know, other things get in the way. So that's going to go in next week. But all in all, that'll all happen next week. You'll see all that, and God knows what's going to happen next week. But you know, hurrah for Livery Dull for getting that Outlander battery replaced. Brilliant. So I hope you've enjoyed this week. Again, I've really enjoyed it. I've torn my hair out with the cleaning, but we live and learn. So anyway, cheers, up your bum, and see you next week. Bye.